The name's Woke. James Woke. I was shaken and stirred by this story. The latest James Bond novel on His Majesty's Secret Service, written by TV comedian Charlie Higson, features white men who oppose wokeness as the main villains. One particular baddie is Roger Burkett, an ex-Tory MP, obviously, and a man famous for promoting COVID, vaccine, mask-wearing and 5G conspiracy theories. What is a mask-wearing conspiracy theory exactly? I'd argue the suggestion that those filthy muzzles work is the ultimate conspiracy. Anyway, back to the story. This horrible, evil character apparently spouts anti-immigrant, anti-EU, anti-BBC, anti-mainstream media, anti-cultural Marxist, climate change denial pronouncements. What a monster. We're told by the narrator it was an anti-trans diatribe that had eventually got him kicked out of the party, and he'd soon set up the New Freedom Party. Interesting. Let me read you a bit of this new, very woke James Bond. Bond was struck by something. It was a long while since he'd been at any kind of function that was almost exclusively full of men. It felt strange. There was not even a pretense at diversity here. The baddie hadn't been the least bit concerned about ensuring that half of the people he'd hired to carry out his coup should be women, or non-white, or disabled. It's true, isn't it? If you are an evil mastermind hell-bent on taking over the world, it's only right that you fulfill a few diversity quotas along the way. It's important that if someone is torturing you for national secrets, you work out what their pronouns are. One can assume this change in style is to make Bond more inclusive. Well, may God forgive me for wanting to be excluded from this nonsense. And there was me thinking the greatest threat to James Bond was Blofeld or Scaramanga. I thought his greatest danger came from a terrifying psychopath intent on global domination or a pussy-stroking megalomaniac. The word pussy's probably been banned as well. It turns out that James Bond's greatest foe is not Scaramanga or Blofeld. It's the writers who get to churn out this new rubbish and destroy his legacy. Now, to be fair to the author, Charlie Higson, who is a very talented guy, the original author, Ian Fleming, did suggest that Bond may have been centre-left politically, fair enough. But he wasn't woke, was he? Beating people up, expending human life on a whim, smoking, guzzling litres of martini, manhandling women and shagging everything that moved. Doesn't sound very woke to me. Bond was flawed. He was dark, a bit of a monster himself, and highly entertaining, unlike the woke James Bond 2.0, who is a bore fest and someone you can only dread getting stuck next to at a dinner party. Why change the character of Bond at all, especially with the original author now gone? It's my view that art is sacred and untouchable, even if it emerges as problematic for future generations. Books are like museum pieces that further our understanding of the past and serve as a chronicle of the human story. Airbrushing them, tweaking them, or in this case, completely rewriting them, is, in my view, a chilling development. What's next? Should we get the crayons out and give the Mona Lisa a better smile? Politically motivated authors with a narrative to sell shouldn't be going anywhere near the work of Fleming and his iconic character of Bond. To make the notoriously un-PC Bond suddenly woke, fretting over diversity and pronouns, is a profound act of cultural vandalism. Authors shouldn't be scoring political points when given the huge privilege and responsibility of writing new books about an iconic character. The best thing would be to stay out of politics altogether and just entertain readers with escapist stories that have universal appeal like the originals. I'm sick to death of this gold finger wagging. This new book is a thunderballs up. I'm not reading any more of this stuff. It's for your eyes only. To the woke Bond, I say, Dr. No. No, no.